Namaskar. Today I am going to share some insights on the Kumbh and share some very esoteric points with you, and I hope you benefit from them. Now in 2025, starting from 14th of January till the 26th of February, we are celebrating the Purna Kumbh. In fact, this is the Mahakumbh. The Purna Kumbh happens after every 12 years, but Mahakumbh happens when such 11 Purna Kumbh have happened. Then the 12th, which comes after 144 years, is the Mahakumbh. And this is that Kumbh, which is being hosted at Prayag, at the confluence of the three sacred rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and the mystical Saraswati. Kumbh is not just a confluence of the sacred rivers, it is the confluence of the spiritual, religious, and cultural current of India, of Bharat. Kumbh happens at 4 locations. The Purna Kumbh happens at Prayagraj. The Ardha Kumbh happens both at Haridwar and at Prayagraj. And the Simhastha Kumbh happens at Ujjain and Nasik. Nasik, which has the Godavari, Ujjain, which has the Kshipra river, Prayagraj, which has the confluence of the 3 rivers, and Ganga, which is at the Haridwar. These are the 4 places of the Kumbh. Purna Kumbh happens every time Jupiter enters the Rashi of Taurus. I am sharing here the astrological significance of Kumbh. Jupiter had entered Taurus in mid-May 2024 and will remain in Taurus for 1 year. Now, what defines the month? When Jupiter is in Taurus and Sun enters Capricorn, that is the month when Kumbh starts. So Jupiter is already in Taurus, Sun enters Capricorn on the 14th of January, and the moon will define the Muhurta when it comes into Capricorn. There are 5 major snans in this Kumbh. 14th January, Makar Sankranti, 29th January, Mauni Amavasya, 2nd February, Basant Panchami, which is the 5th of the Gupta Navratras, 12th February, which is the Maghi Purnima, and then 26th February, which is Shivratri. These are the 5 major snans, but it doesn't matter whether you have not been, if you're not able to take a dip at the confluence on these dates, irrespective, the Kumbh starts from 14th January and goes on till 26th February. This is a great opportunity, a great spiritual opportunity. And you never know when is your last Kumbh. Brahmaji did 10 yagyas or 10 homas at the Dashashwamedh Ghat in Prayagraj. And it is said that it is then that he started the Rachana of the Brahmanda. So this is truly the first Yagya Sthali of this Brahmanda. In Markandeya Puran, Rishi Markandeya tells Yudhishthir to do Yagya or Homa at Prayagraj so that his ancestors can benefit. Rishi Markandeya tells Yudhishthir that to move away from the clutches of Maya, this is the only place, Prayagraj. At the behest of Sheshnag, Brahmaji is said to have taken all the tirthas on a beam balance to decide which one is more powerful. And it is said that he said that this is the most powerful tirtha, Tirtharaj Prayag. Akbar had been majorly influenced by this kshetra and had called this Allahabad. Prayagraj, which is the most sacred site of the Hindus, had received a new name. And we are thankful to the current government for giving Prayagraj its ancient glory by renaming it or by bringing it back to its original name, Prayagraj. Prayagraj is the tapasthali of Bhardwaj Muni, and it is here that Sri Ram came to Bhardwaj Muni's kutia, and the rishis told him to now move towards Chitrakoot. So Prayagraj finds reference in Ramayana as well. Tripurasur was killed by Mahadev at Prayagraj. In Padma Puran, Sutji says that just a mere glance of Prayagraj has the propensity of giving one mukti. The Dashashwamedh Ghat is still there, where Brahmaji had done the homas, the yagyas. Brahmeshwar temple bears witness to this homa. Remember that Kumbh. Why is the Kumbh at these rivers? The episode that it links to is that of Samudra Manthan, and I've shared it previously as well in many of my podcasts. Samudra Manthan, when the Mrityu Loka had become Shriheen because of the curse of Rishi Durvasa, and to get Lakshmi ji, Mahalakshmi back, the Devas and the Asuras formed a team where Lord Vishnu became the Kurma, the Mandar Parvat was the pivot, and Vasuki Nag became the metaphorical rope. And eventually, many came out in this Samudra Manthan. Urvashi, Rambha, Parijat Vriksha, Kamadhenu, Surbhi, Airavat, the elephant Airavat, the Uchchishrava, the seven-headed horse, Jeshta, Mahalakshmi's elder sister, Mahalakshmi, and then eventually Lord Dhanvantri. And here I am doing this podcast from the Dhanvantri temple at Coimbatore. Since I was here, I thought there would be no better place to do this podcast but this temple. And eventually Lord Dhanvantri comes out with this picture of immortality. And we all know how the demon Swarbhanu tried to drink in the nectar by being on the side of the Devas, and he was cut into two. And that's how we have Rahu Ketu. But because the nectar was already consumed, Rahu and Ketu find their relevance and reference in the Navagrahas. It is during the Samudra Manthan that Vishnu, Bhagwan, took the form of Mohini. It is the union of Shiva and Mohini that brings about the birth of Lord Ayyappa. Lord Ayyappa, who is worshipped at Sabrimala, immensely at Sabrimala, that is one of the big tirthas of Lord Ayyappa, Sabrimala, up in the hills of Cochin. The Dharma Shastra. Ayyappa is worshipped whenever Saturn troubles you. You can worship Lord Ayyappa. You can worship Lord Kali, you can worship Shanidev, you can also worship Lord Ayyappa. Coming back to the main point. When Dhanvantri Bhagwan came out with the picture of immortality, it was given to Jayant, Indra's son, to take it to a safe place. Jayant is supposed to have stopped at 12 places. 4 of them were on the Mrityu Loka, on this earth. And those 4 places are at Nasik, at Ujjain, at Haridwar, and at Prayagraj. Some drops of the nectar of immortality dropped at these locations. And with those planets coming out, in those particular alignments, the powers of the waters, or the vibration, the frequency of the cosmic radiation and the cosmic frequency brings about or unleashes a new energy, a new spiritual energy. They are any which ways holy rivers, but they become even more empowered, even more empowered. They're already empowered, even more empowered during this period, with the frequency and the rays of these planets. So this is a celestial moment. The Kumbh is truly a celestial moment. And one must come and take a dip in the holy waters during this period. I have tried to go to every Kumbh, whether it be Simhastha Kumbh, Ardha Kumbh or Purna Kumbh, for the last almost 20 years, 25 years. I was there in 2019 at the Ardha Kumbh at Prayagraj, and the facilities are immense. I was there at the Purna Kumbh as well last time. This is my second Purna Kumbh, and this is the Mahakumbh this time. As I said, this is the one which is happening once in 144 years. Don't miss this opportunity, because it is only with divine grace that one is able to undertake this pilgrimage and benefit from it. Once you reach this kshetra of Prayagraj, your worship must begin at that point in time. You can't wait to dip yourself into the Triveni and then start your japa. It should start the moment you reach the kshetra. Whether it be 27 Vishnu Sahasranams or 27 Shiva Sahasranams or the Gayatri, whatever you would want to do, make the most of this spiritual opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. With that, I will take your leave. Namaskar.